Hello friends, I'm Rob, this is Digital Wastrel, and in this video I'm going to be showcasing one of my Necromunda gangs, the Rust Point Devastators of House Goliath. Firstly, I'm sure there are a few of you who just want to know how I made my lead up, and don't want to stick around through my rambling. Short answer is, it's the Terminator captain from Betrayal at Calth. This guy. So let's take a look at each gang member in a little more detail. The first miniature I painted for the gang is this guy, Dane. With his facial scar and mangled eye, he appears intimidating, but actually is a very fun-loving guy. No one knows it, but he likes to make engine noises as he's swinging his chainsword around. His chainsword is from Chaos Space Marine kit, and his shoulder pad is from Orc Boys kit. Maybe Orc Knobs kit. Next up is Van Chunk Jr. Van Chunk Sr. was a loyal and well-respected bodyguard to the gang's previous leader. Van Chunk Sr. currently resides on Van Chunk Jr.'s shoulder. The skull shoulder pad was from maybe the Orc Knob kit or the Orc Boys kit. Other than that, he is a standard Goliath miniature. Eli Roth. Loyal to his gang, but wanting to mark his individualist nature, Eli declined to follow House Goliath's traditional mohawk hairstyle and instead let his grow wild. Turns out it just grows like this naturally, he says sadly. So his head is from Marauder Horseman kit, and the pistol is from Adeptus Mechanicus something. This is Tombs. He once pulled off an admittedly incredible trick shot with his stub cannon, but now he won't shut up about it. He's a capable fighter, but no one wants to be on guard duty with him. The build is mostly standard, but he does have an armoured loincloth from a Necron, which you can't really see and it's a bit pointless. Pax, Rust Point Devastators champion and official gang diplomat. His mask substantially muffles his voice, so he relies on his renderizer to do the talking for him. So his head is from the Adeptus Mechanicus range, and I think he's also got loincloth from the Orc Knobs. Magnus, second in command of the Rust Point Devastators. His responsibilities are incredibly limited, with orders rarely more complex than stand there and shoot anything that moves. Most assume this breeds discontent and he'll make a play at overthrowing Gerhalt one day, but the truth is he's happiest with a simple life, and his greatest fear is that he'll eventually have to lead. So the heavy bolter is from Betrayal at Calth Space Marine, and his damaged shoulder pad is from an Orc. I actually messed up when I was building him, and his gun was way too low, so he's standing on some rubble made from sprue. This is one of my Juves. Dink Dribs is a little mutant fellow who grew up under an abandoned Goliath chem factory, and all the old growth hormones dripped down onto him and he became super jacked, so they gave him a Goliath mask and some weapons, and he just runs at the enemy. He's made from an Orc Gretchen, one of the empty masks from the Goliath kit, and I used some green stuff to fill in the gaps and turn it into a real head. My second Juve is Battles. The newest member of the gang, he's a Natborn, but he's starting gene therapy to make him just as hench as the others. He's a cultist miniature with the chaos symbols filed down, and a mask made in the same way as Dink Dribs. I made both of these guys before the House of Chains book came out, so I'm going to have to pick up some of the new miniatures and expand the gang someday. Finally, the man himself, Gerhalt. He was exiled after losing a duel against the previous leader, but during his trip through the Underhive, he came across an ancient suit of armour and managed to get it working again. He returned to his old gang, slaughtered the entire old guard, and declared himself new leader. So I was inspired by a few other Goliath in power armour type conversions that I'd seen online, and I wanted to make my own version. The base miniature, as I mentioned before, is the Calth Terminator Captain, and there are some Orc and even Ogryn bits as well. I'm really pleased with this conversion, and he's been a beast in the games too, weathering huge amounts of damage but just refusing to go down. That's the whole gang, so if you made it this far, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like would be much appreciated, and I'll see you next time.